Hello, my name is Maile Ruiz, and this is my midterm project on ancient Rome. Table of contents: background information, language, gods and goddesses, religion, Roman Republic, what is ancient Rome known for, Julius Caesar, Roman dams, fun facts, and conclusion. Background information: ancient Rome. Back in the 8th century BC, ancient Rome grew from a small town. It was rocky and mountainous terrain built on the hills of central Italy's Timor River that grew into the city of Rome, in which subsequently gave its name to the empire over which it ruled and to the widespread civilization the empire developed. Rome was founded by Romulus. Romulus was the first of 7 Roman kings. It enclosed most of continental Europe, Britain, a good percent of Asia, North Africa, and the Mediterranean Sea. Paris was originally known as a Roman city called Lutetia. Language. Roman language is a widespread of Italian, Spanish, French, and Portuguese. Latin and Greek were the dominant languages of the Roman Empire. The language of the ancient Romans was Latin, which served as the language of power. Gods and goddesses. The Romans believed in many different gods and goddesses. For everything imaginable, they had a god or goddess in charge. Here are some of the gods and goddesses and what they were known for. Neptune. He was a god of the sea. His symbol was trident. In Greek mythology, he was known as Poseidon. Jupiter. He was the master of the gods and the main god of the Romans. In his hand he held thunderbolts, which he could hurl from the sky. Greek mythology knew him as Zeus. Apollo, the god of music. In Greek mythology, he was still known as Apollo. Pluto. He was a king of the underworld, the judge of the dead. In Greek mythology, he was known as Hades. Diana. She was a goddess of hunting and the goddess of the moon. In Greek mythology, she was known as Artemis. Mars. He was a god of the war, the strongest and most fearsome god, expected from Jupiter. In Greek mythology, he was known as Ares. Minerva. She was a goddess of wisdom, learning, arts and crafts, and industry. Her symbol was the owl. In Greek mythology, she was known as Athena. Ceres. She was a goddess of the harvest, mostly portrayed carrying a bundle of grain. In Greek mythology, she was known as Demeter. Vulcan. He was a blacksmith of the gods and a god of the underworld. In Greek mythology, he was known as Hephaestus. Religion. From the beginning, the Roman Empire was polytheistic. The Romans have developed a religion of their own that was not based on any central beliefs, but a mixture of fragmented rituals, superstitions, taboos, traditions, as well as a number of foreign cults. As the empire expanded, the Romans refrained from imposing their own religious beliefs upon those they conquered, not to be misconstrued as tolerance. This can be seen with their early reaction to the Jewish and Christian population. Over time, their polytheistic beliefs transitioned into Christianity in 400 AD. Roman Republic. The Roman Republic were divided into 2 different divisions:
the patricians and the plebeians.
Patricians. Only certain families were a part of the patrician class and had to be born into it. Patricians were a small percent of the Roman population. They were the wealthy aristocrats who held a high social status, political and religious. Plebeians. The term plebeian referred to all free Roman citizens who were not members of the patrician family. They were farmers, craftsmen, laborers, and the soldiers of Rome. They held limited power within the government. Plebeians sought political equality with the patricians. It was against the law for plebeians to marry patricians. What was ancient Rome known for? The Western Roman Empire may have fallen over 1,500 years ago, but its inventions and rich legacy can still be seen and appreciated today, such as its engineering, statues, and art. Roman concrete. A lot of ancient Roman structures like the Colosseum, the Pantheon, and the Roman Forum are still standing until this day, and this is thanks to the development of Roman cement and concrete. Concrete was a mixture of rubble and mortar that hardened when mixed with water. Concrete was customarily used with brick to help construct a building's core. The exterior was then decorated with a marble veneer. Using this technique let the Romans give the building a grand appearance of Greek classicism without the expense of a quarried stone core. They used concrete throughout the Mediterranean basin from aqueducts, bridges, buildings, and monuments. Roman buildings. Many Roman buildings were used daily and open to the public and served for multiple purposes. The Romans constructed their public buildings by decorating the interior with colored marble, gilded statues, and wall paintings. The basilicas served as an area where Romans could settle their legal and political affairs. The temples accommodated religious ceremonies. The women would use the library to read, while the baths were used for men to exchange gossip while lounging around in pools. The Roman baths were the ancient combination of health spa, beauty salon, public library, and shopping mall. One of the many Roman Greek-style temples was known as the Temple of Fortuna. The Roman Greek-style temple was a universal type of Roman building that typically stood facing the forum or other public area. In contrast to classic Greek temples, this Roman building was raised on a podium with a front stairway, also with freestanding columns defining the portico or porch. Roman arches. The Romans developed the arch into a highly flexible architectural form. These arches have been around roughly 4,000 years. The Romans were the first to efficiently harness their power in the construction of bridges, buildings, and monuments. The design of the arch allowed the weight of the building to be distributed evenly. This Roman structure helped to prevent massive buildings such as the Colosseum from crumbling from their own weight. The arch became a defining characteristic of the Roman architectural style. Roman art. Roman art refers to the visual arts made in ancient Rome and in the territories of the Roman Empire. Roman art embraces architectural, sculptures, paintings, and mosaic work. Luxury objects in metal work, gem engraving, ivory carvings, and glass are sometimes considered the modern terms to be minor forms of Roman art. Sculptures was perhaps considered as the highest form of art by the Romans. Gaius Julius Caesar. Rome's most famous and well-known citizen was Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was born on July 100 BC in Rome, Italy. He was the Roman general and politician who is one of the most renowned figures of ancient Rome. Julius was born a patrician, but he was considered the champion of the common people and was best known for being the supreme ruler of Rome and putting an end to the Roman Republic. He also collaborated with an Egyptian astronomer to work out a 12-month calendar known as the Julian calendar. Roman dams. There are two well-known dams that are still in use today after 1,900 years. Carnival Dam. The Carnival Dam was built by Romans between the 1st or 2nd century AD. It is the third oldest operational dam in the world. a tributary of the Guadiana. It is located in the Albarregas River. It is a gravity dam. Proserpina Dam. The Proserpina Dam is located north of Merida. Was built in the 1st century AD. It is an earth dam covered with bricks, has 2 bends in the crest, and 9 buttresses in the inner side of each of the dam. Because of its impressive appearance, the bridge is called Los Milagros, the miracles. Now for some fun facts. The war between Romans and Persians lasted about 721 years, the longest conflict in human history. Life expectancy in ancient Rome was from 20 to 30 years. Ancient Rome celebrated Saturnalia, a festival in which slaves and their masters would switch places. Ancient Rome was 8 times more dense than the modern New York. The Statue of Liberty was inspired by the Roman pagan goddess Libertas. In conclusion, ancient Rome did many things and were one of the most important ancient empires. They were strong with religion and made many achievements, such as social structure, economy, art, engineering, and its political achievements of the Republic. We, to this day, use many things the Romans left behind, and I feel they had an incredibly memorable impact on our world today.